kitchen crew, and we up in our cloudlands when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding. And I'll be running, possessed by a lone, low voodoo. Fired up like a wolf on the full moon. And we stuck in a la la land. The tides will turn without us. And I'll be killing time like I might be a cartoon. Take it in real life like haiku. I know we got the good vibes when pieces fall right into place. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding. Play me like
The It Is What It Is podcast, you sexy bastards, brought to you on these platforms, Anchor, and I believe they're going to stay on there. I don't think they go away. We're going to keep them up there. Fuck it. Anchor, Google Podcast, Radio Public, Stitcher, Breaker, Podcast, Spotify, and iTunes. People, just like on YouTube, they ain't going to go anywhere. On Spotify, iTunes, and anywhere, they're not going to go anywhere. So if you want to catch up on all of them, and you want to just watch all of them from 1 to pretty much 150 at the end, you can still do that down below, link in the description. People, episode 149, the second to last episode of the It Is What It Is podcast. Let's fucking go. Oh, and we are
You know, if you mess up the very last one, you're never gonna live it down. Like, imagine your voice just cracks or something. Wouldn't that be just so sad?
Okay, so now that you just said that, you have now put on the curse, and the black cloud has already been formed for next week. The black cloud is being formed now just because you said that. Just because you fucking.
So it's gonna be my fault next week when you mess it up.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, if you didn't say nothing, the next week wouldn't have been happened. Nothing would happen next week, and then who knows? Next week didn't happen yet. Or maybe it did. Maybe I just came back from next week.
Who knows?
Time traveling. Do I have a time travel in my fucking closet?
Do you do that wherever, like, you're sitting in a restaurant? I'm like, okay, if time travel's possible, I'm gonna come back right here and 20 years from now, and I'm gonna show myself a sign.
No, you know what I do? I always say whenever I have deja vus, because I have a lot of deja vus. I think it's just
deja vu.
I have deja vu, because I have multiple.
No. Like, the plural is just like you have deja vu.
I have multiple deja vus, so I have deja vu.
No.
I have deja vu. That sounds like an Italian word. Deja vu.
Deja vu.
Deja vu. Yeah, sexy bastards, how you doing? What's going on, T? I always fuck him up. TM Lineman, Tim Millennium, TM Lineman, I'm gonna say. Insane Gunner, Bluebird, Colby Holt, Lay, what's going on, Heather? What's going on, people? How you doing? What's going on, Cadet? How you doing? What's going on, AD Cock? People, how you doing, you sexy bastards? So sexy bastards, today we're just gonna be talking about some behind the scenes stuff, some stuff. Honestly, it's not gonna be a long show at all. Jack, I'm shot. Jack, I just played golf.
How did the game go? Did your father win?
No, well he technically did win. So we do $1 a hole. And we went to a driving range this morning, Jack, before we went to the main golf course. So we went to the driving range, practice, hit a couple golf balls, then we went to the main golf course.
Yeah, that's what me and my dad usually do too. Yeah,
it's windy as a motherfucker over here in New York right now. It's fucking windy as hell. So I'm pretty much playing golf and the ball goes up and it goes nowhere. You hit your fucking driver, it's going like,
dude, that's so frustrating.
Yeah, because the wind is like you're hitting it. You think it's going 250, and the wind it goes up and it dies in the air, and then Today was a cool day. Today was the first day I actually went to a big a main golf course since like last summer. So I went to like the par 3 course, it's like a small course, 2 times in the past. This is the first time we went to the main.
I haven't gone golfing in a bit. I think they just reopened up here too.
That's why from the first 9 holes, me and my dad were tied. I think I was up on him. I think 2-0 at one point. I had him by 2 holes. But then he came back and then he ended up winning 3 more. Jack, the 10th hole and at the 9th hole, I was checked out. The first 9 holes, I mentally checked out. After the first 9, I mentally checked out. I really couldn't fucking I couldn't deal with hitting the ball and it being a ground ball because I would have broke the club over my.
Yeah, dude, golf is an insane mental game. Like you can be playing and all that matters is getting up to swing.
Yeah.
And you just think you're thinking about a million things of your form and you're like, and you can be on the backswing and you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna mess this up. And as you go down, it's just like that's all over. Like the entire shot's ruined.
Well, no, that's exactly it. You have so many things. The main things, Jack. The main things I think about when I'm in the golf course and when I'm approaching my shot is I approach my shot. I get my fucking arm out. I definitely got tennis elbow. I got some sort of fucking it hurts. It hurts, bitch.
Do you like stretching stuff beforehand?
But I've had this. My elbow started hurting me the end of last summer because with me, you got to keep the arm straight. You got to keep the head fucking still, and you got to keep the head down on the ball all the way until you make contact. So my main thing was keeping his arm straight, and I would tense. Like right now, my elbow's fucked. Like I would tense up my elbow so much, I think I got some tinnitus.
Did you ever take like lessons and stuff or no?
Yeah, I went for lessons for about like.
Oh yeah, you were getting like super into it. Like I think before COVID. That's right.
The reason why I could hit a ball now. Because people can't just hop on golf and just play and back. Just
right. Because there's like a certain form that helps a lot.
Oh my! Well, first of all, Jack, and anybody out there who actually knows just the sport of golf, that people think, oh, the ball's. You just take the club and hit the ball. That's all. You get up there and you hit the ball and then you ground it. You can't get because people think, oh, it's a fucking club that has like a thing like this and a ball that you hit like this, but the ball has to go in the air. So people just think, oh, you just hit the ball, it'll go in the air and it's so. No, bitch, you're gonna be hitting ground balls all day if you just you're gonna swing and just. So no.
Oh, dude, people are impressed by like basketball players or like football players, dude. Golfers, I can't imagine being a professional golfer, man. Like the mental strength it takes to just keep on going and know. I mean, they have a caddy literally to tell them what club they should use in certain situations and how they should hit it, which way they should hit it. It blows my mind.
You know what it is though, too, Jack? That is true because you see there's a lot of golfers out there, and that's another thing too. Just say, I just have a hard time saying I'm a golfer. Like, if you were a PG, first of all, the money you're making, I'll say I'm a golfer any day of the week if I'm making fucking Dustin Johnson, fucking Tiger Woods. Listen, Tiger Woods is a billionaire. Golfers that are not even Tiger Woods, because people don't understand, every tournament you're in, you don't have to win first place to win money. So as long as you make it to like the top 20, as long as you make it to Sunday, the last day, you're cashing out. You're cashing out a good profit money. Yeah. So let's say the Masters, right? Last May, not the last one that came out, the last year's Masters, last when they had to do it in the summer. That Masters, right? Dustin Johnson won. He won first place. I think that was like $12 million. I think was first.
That's absolutely insane.
First place, I think, was $12 million. It could be so less, but I know that's up there for the Masters. So he made that much money, $12 million. 10th place, Jack. I don't think the prize pool went under $1 million as far down as 20th place. I think 21st place was like $900,000. Like it's if you can get into the PGA in golf, you're cashing out no matter what. Like you don't have to win every tournament.
What's like the highest? Well, I guess golf would be the highest paying sport because it's an individual. Like team sports, like football and stuff. It's up to like the entire team, so it's like dispersed more. But I guess golf, it's just one guy, and I guess his team, like a caddy, a coach, and stuff.
That's why golf is such an expensive sport. Golf is such an expensive sport because there's a lot of money behind it. You know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of money. And the shit that goes into golf, like you have to get the course maintenance. You have to be maintenance. You have to get new clubs every year if you're really a good golfer, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because Jack, if you're a good golfer, do you understand we will never have this problem, but do you know clubs wear out for some golfers? Like instead of like,
not if you don't have enough money to buy clubs every single year.
So like us, like if we would have to buy other clubs if like the head snaps off, if like the fuck.
Yeah.
That's when we have to buy. Dude,
do you know how I got my clubs? My mom and dad were invited. They saw this advertisement to go like visit, like see an open house for like a property. Yeah. For free clubs. Yeah. That's how I got my clubs. That's how I've had my clubs for like 7 years.
Dude, me and my dad's bag used to be filled with garage sale fucking clubs. It used to be my father's bag, I think still to this day, is half filled with clubs he either found and didn't fucking give back. Sometimes my father, you know, he likes to be a dick.
He finds him on the course and just keeps them. My god.
You know, there was a person today that came to me and said, "Yo, Turbo. Excuse me, is this anybody's club head cover?" And I was like, "No, we didn't go there." And they go, "Okay, I'm gonna bring it to the clubhouse." My dad would never say those words. My dad would never say, "Oh, I'm bringing it to the club." My dad's like, "That's mine now. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck." Dude,
I've literally returned people's clubs, and I've had to get my clubs returned because I've left them or I've lost them.
I probably took one wedge, but the person came back for it. The person was like, "Oh, my wedge." I was like, "Oh yeah, we got it for you. It's right, we got it."
Oh yeah, I was playing. I was trying to find you. You're the guy.
They don't give a fuck.
You're scum, dude. Oh my god.
But yeah, no, I just gave it back to him. But yeah, no, my clubs, I think, up until like last year, all my clubs are hand-me-downs. I didn't even have my own clubs till like last year. I had my father's because I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I used to just share my dad's, and then finally he bought his own like set at like a sports place, and then I just used the set he got for free, pretty much.
No, yeah. I'm just fucking mentally drained of this game of golf. I just don't like it.
Golf's tiring. It's relaxing, but it's tiring at the same time.
Good though. Like my driver sucks ass. Like my driver usually drives. I usually drove good, Jack. Now my drives, they go. It's
wearing out. It's wearing out.
They go left. They're going left, Jack. I'm hooking them. I'm hooking them. I used to slice the fuck out of shit. Now I'm hooking the fuck out of shit.
It's wearing out.
No, you know what the thing is though? Every year it's a different problem. You can't just work on your.
That's really true. One time you go to the course, it's the putting. One time it's the driving. One time it's the chipping.
Something. So that's why I'm trying to make myself. I'm like, listen. But here's what pisses me off though, because the driving was the one thing I could rely on last year. This is the one shot I know I have confidence in my drive. Yeah. Now, I don't know what to be confident in. My irons on the fairway, that's hit or miss, 50-50 sometimes. I can either chunk it. And my other problem is Jack, it's better when I hit them nice and solid, like it's a nice, impactful fucking hit. But it either goes way left or way right. Like, I hate that. If I hit it good.
And then you lose it.
I mean, I probably.
How many do you lose on average, like whenever you go? Because like it depends. For me, it depends on the course. Because some courses are like they're way more insane to like find your ball after.
Yeah.
I see you're green now.
Yeah, I'm green. I'm the fucking Hulk. Which also something fun to mention real fast. Why am I still fucking green? What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening?
Oh, we're back.
You want to hear something funny about green? You want to talk about green? My Aunt Claire, shout out to my Aunt Claire, is like, you know when like old people have AIDS, like house AIDS and stuff?
I thought you meant like the disease. No, yeah.
No.
I was like, yeah, sure.
No, my Aunt Claire is like the aid helper for Lou Ferrigno, the original Hulk's mom.
No shot.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah. My dad tells me, oh yeah, your Aunt Claire's taking
His mom?
Your Aunt Claire's taking care of the Hulk's mom. Like, okay, all right. Like, okay.
That's so random.
Yeah, so Lou Ferrigno, the original fucking Hulk.
Oh my gosh.
Is being taken care
Dude,
of.
I forgot that what's his name wasn't always the Hulk, that the original existed. The Incredible Hulk. I can't even remember if that was a good movie or not.
No, it wasn't. I don't think. No, it wasn't. If I remember correctly, it was not. It was the Hulk versus the Abomination. The guy with the fucking scales on the scales on.
Yeah.
His spine.
Did it get good reviews?
I don't think so. It was a different Hulk. I know that was for sure. It was not the same Hulk.
Dude, 2008. Yeah, because that was technically the first movie in the MCU.
Yes, sir.
It got 67% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It shouldn't have. I hate movies, Jack, with a lot of military shit. If we're in the desert in Bombay, India, and all I'm seeing is tents and fucking, we have a mission. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me see the city. Let's have some other scenes. Let's mix it up. I don't want to be in deserts all the movie.
Then they start using words that you're just expecting, like code Black Hawk operation is not going well.
We got a lot of casualties. Okay. All right.
I don't feel the tension anymore.
So watch out for the IEDs. Like, all right. Cool. Jack, what would be the first? I'm gonna open up the playlist real fast on the podcast on the channel. Guys, on the channel you'll always be able to find the playlist for the IIWII Podcast. It ain't going nowhere. If you want to find the podcast, it's in the playlist, all episodes. Jack, I'm looking through right now.
Let me open it up.
And I'll just get these ones out of the way that you weren't there for, so I can just talk about the behind the scenes for the first couple. So if you guys are on the playlist right now, or I can just put it up on the screen actually right now. What do you call it? 1 second, guys. My apologies. You may see a fucking bada bing. So
dude, I forgot about Vic DiBitetto. I forgot about the whole thing.
Vic DiBitetto, yeah. So yeah, guys. So basically. If you go on
What's going on, you guys? So
Jesus fuck. Oh, Jack, you want to hear this shit? This is my fucking
Artificial
voice.
gaming?
This is my fucking voice.
So I'm gonna get started. What's going on, you guys? So Visual Gaming, I'm AR Turbo. Welcome back, and this is the.
So that's what I'm trying.
Can I say real quick how underrated World War II Zombies was at first? Like, I played it that first night. It was low key. It was low key kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie.
How's anime going, Jack? How's anime?
I was actually kind of scared. No, it's going good.
Your lane. Stay in your lane.
Yeah, I got 5G today.
Jack got his first vaccine.
I got my vaccination.
Joe Rogan's gonna be mad at you now. Joe Rogan's gonna be mad at you.
Did you see? He was like, "Hey guys, I was like, I misspoke last time."
He didn't make a formal apology. He said, so if you guys are missing, what Joe Rogan said was, Joe Rogan had someone on the podcast, and Joe Rogan said, if someone under the age of 21 is, or anything, or by like mid-age, if they get corona, it's not gonna happen, I would say don't get the fucking vaccine. And then people started going after him. Dr. Fauci was like, no, Mr. Rogan, and and then Joe Rogan said to Andrew Santino, he said, I didn't say that. He goes, what I was saying was, if you don't have much risk, why get it? If you're gonna get sick, he goes, I just don't know. All right, but I mean, I'm gonna get it anyway. But I mean,
that was kind of my mindset. Is I'm gonna get it eventually, and like I got like 4 emails from like 4 different providers. I'm like, I might as well get it since apparently they have so many here.
I am just nervous. God forbid, after your second dose, you get sick, because then that makes then I get to see the benchmark for our age group.
Yeah, I mean,
even though Trisha Paytas, Jack, she said after her second vaccine, she felt tired for 24 hours. So
that's kind of like a side effects is like you're supposed to have like a headache usually.
We can use a sleep. Hey, we'll take it. We can use a sleep. Why not?
Yeah,
we'll 24 hours of tiredness. Why not?
Yeah, I think the side effects are pretty like regular though.
Yeah, I just hate being sick. Jack, being sick is the worst fucking thing in the world. Like my mom, that's why whenever my mom gets sick, like she hates that I never have no sense of empathy because she always gets sick. So when she always gets sick and I'm a germaphobe, I can't fucking take it. So Jack, when I'm sick, I get like I literally like I'm fucking like I can't do it, but I keep it. I push it down. I push it down.
This probably sounds like really dark. Have you ever had those times in your life where you've been so sick, or like you're like sitting on the toilet or something, like your stomach hurts so bad, where you're like, I feel like death is like a better option right now. You're like, this is so horrible. Like I like. You know what I mean? Like it hurts that bad.
No, I know what you mean.
I think I've felt that way like twice in my entire life with how sick I've been before.
I've been in pain before that I felt that way.
Yeah, like pain. Yeah.
Just fucking kill me now. Just
actually.
I'd rather just not. I'd rather deal with death than deal with this splinter I got on my pinky toe.
Yeah.
Just fucking end it.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Like what? Oh yeah. When when I was like, I told the story before, when I was little and I had an abscess in my mouth and the dentist didn't say exactly when my tooth was being pulled because I was in the hospital for it because I got an infection, and then I ate before he came so they couldn't give me the anesthesia, so they had to keep me awake with no numbing shit whatsoever, and they just yanked the tooth out of my mouth. I felt every single bit of it at the age of like 7 years old. I was screaming to the top of my lungs, where my mom said if anybody heard the screams coming out that door, they honestly would have thought you were getting stabbed. Like they really would have thought someone was killing a kid in that room.
Yeah, I've had a similar moment. Yeah,
and my father had to hold me down. He was holding me down to like a cold ass metal fucking table in a hospital. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, I had a similar moment. I think I was like 8 too, and I'm sorry if you're eating or something right now. It's kind of gross. But when I was like 8, I got. You got your chicken fries? I had a wart on the bottom of my foot. Wow. On the bottom of my foot. Okay. And I think it was because, like, you know, when you're young, you go to like Chuck E. Cheese and stuff. Like, you run around barefoot, like, everywhere when you're like 7 or 8. It was like smack dab in the middle of my foot. It was a really like infectious one. Like, it was really bad for me. And I had to get it removed from the bottom of my foot. We went to the doctor, and he told my mom, he said, he can either take medicine, like an oral medicine, and just it'll go away in like 4 weeks, or we can do surgery and like basically scrape it off, like scrape it out. And for God knows why, and I still hold my mom to this, she said, do the surgery, just do it now. And I swear to God, is the most painful thing I've ever gone through. They took a freezer, they just like froze my foot basically.
I was gonna say that
they laid me down, put a cover in front of me like I was giving birth, and just I could feel him scraping into the bottom of my foot with like a scalpel, and just actually like scraping it off. Oh my God. And then later we found out that medicine would have been more effective than the surgery.
How?
And I swear, like, it has a lesser chance of returning. Like if I had done the medicine, it never returned. Thank God.
Imagine if fucking after all that.
I still tell my mom to this day that I don't forgive her for that, because that was the most painful thing I've ever experienced in my life.
Hey Jack, can you hit the garbage out? September 2nd, 2008.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it felt. I still have no idea why she skipped off. I think she thought that the surgery would be a better idea. Like she didn't think the medicine would work or something, but my God, that was horrible.
Jack, can you go to the store for me? September 2nd, 2007. The foot.
I still bring it up, and she's still like, yeah, that was my bad. Honestly, that was my bad.
Do I have something like that with my parents? I don't know. Like I hold them. I mean, back in the day, making my mom back in the day, I remember like being mad at my mom, like, you're making me go to school, like you're leaving me. You're making me go to, like, why are you leaving me here? Like,
you're a monster. I don't want this. Why would you want me to be unhappy?
I mean, I hold her accountable for some reason. I was the boy that cried wolf going to school. Like I would cry wolf to stay home for every little thing. For when I was actually sick, my mom wouldn't believe me. So however, though, being now looking back, if I was a parent and my kid was doing this, I have no time for your games. You gotta go to school. Come on. That's how I would really be, because if I had a kid that lied as much as I did growing up, I don't know what I would have done. But one day,
were you a big liar when you were young?
Oh yeah, Jack. Oh yeah.
Really?
I was actually just thinking about two of them yesterday that made me go, like, one of those moments where you're like, get out of my head. Get out of my head.
Yeah.
I told people I was a vampire, like, you know, because I was so pale, you know. Twilight.
Well, that's not like. Well, I don't think of that as a lie. That's just like a kid being a kid, you know.
Well, I said if I bite you, you're a vampire, and I was biting people.
That's That's such a you thing to do as a child, though.
I was born. That's exactly, Jack. You know, honestly, Jack, I always say to myself, well, how the fuck did I become a comedian? I ended up doing some like soul searching. I now know why. Like my brain was always funky. Like my brain was always fucking going 10 times more than it should have. You know, like my brain was always working overtime when it should have been on fucking, probably they should have gave me Ritalin when I was probably fucking little. They probably should have gave me something. But
probably not.
No, actually not. Wait, well, I'm sorry. That's what they're giving kids, actually. Kids with ADHD and they think they're fucked up. They give them Ritalin, which I think
it's a very like low-key kind of terrifying new standard.
I think that's crazy. You're making kids who don't even know their fucking, you know, their life yet, that you're giving them fucking medication.
Yeah.
But I don't think, but besides that, my mom, one day I was sick and I had a stomach virus and I was, you know, I knew I was going to throw up. I was like, Ma, I don't feel good. She was like, no, go to school. So I remember I was like, Ma, I'm sick. She goes, all right, fine. You want to stay home? Stay home. But you're coming with me to your sister's, because she had like some 5th grade award ceremony. She said, you're coming with me to your award ceremony. I'm like, I'd rather just go to school. But you know what? Fuck it. So I end up missing school, but end up going to the school for my sister's ceremony. And the teacher sees me, and she's like, with the assistant principal, thinks I came down from class to come see my sister. So she's like, you want me to bring you back up to your class? I'm like, no, technically I didn't come today.
I shouldn't be here.
And she looked at me, she goes, oh, okay. I pretty much told to her face, I didn't come to school today.
Yeah.
Goodbye. She was, oh, okay. And then right when we get home, I throw all my guts up. I'm like, Ma, you see?
Yeah.
You see? But I don't think anything like that, though.
You know what's funny though? I feel like, what grade do you think it is where missing school all of a sudden becomes a bad thing, where you actually have to make up work? You know, because it used to be missing school.
Yeah.
It was like, oh yeah, it's awesome. Like I just don't go to school today. But it gets to the point where you're like, no, I don't want to miss. Like if I miss, then I just have so much to do this week. It would suck.
I think after elementary school. I think after 5th grade.
Yeah, middle school's like kind of that turning point.
Middle school, like 6th grade's the last year. Like the first year, 6th grade. Like the first year of junior high school is like your last year. Because then, depends on your school. Because I knew teachers that I knew from 6th grade that are like, no, you're making up your shit. So you just don't know how to take it serious yet. Like you just don't know how serious it could be. Like Jack, I was a kid that I would miss weeks. Like I would go a week.
Really?
Jack. Depression kicked in hard. So like when life kicked in, and I would miss a couple days, I remember showing up that one day and then getting the fucking looks, getting the fucking like, oh, you gotta do. So just to avoid all that fucking bullshit, like I would say go, but then in the morning when you're staying home in bed, you're like, fuck it, I'll stay home.
Yeah, dude, walking into the middle of a class in the middle of the day, like late, it's such a weird feeling.
I don't want to deal with the bullshit, the fucking dirty look from the teacher of, oh, you dead.
Yeah.
Like, no, like, you know what grade I learned to, like, you know, I learned that teachers aren't these superhero creatures. Like, they're actually, like
some are.
Well, some teachers deserve medals, but there's some teachers that shouldn't be teachers. However, teachers are just people. They're like us, Jack. If you wanted to become a teacher, you did a couple extra things in college, boom, you became a teacher, right? Vinny's sister is a high school teacher, so I know the process that you have to go through to become a teacher. And knowing Nicole, and shout out to Nicole, didn't want to say her name, but now it's there, Nicole. Knowing Nicole though is a teacher, and you know, growing up with her, she's basically my second sister. Growing up with her, fucking around, knowing her funny ways, knowing her. You're like, ways.
They just let anybody become teachers these days.
I think I was having dinner one day, and then I think it was Vinny. He said, my sister was like, yeah, they let anybody become teachers now. Yeah. and I would laugh, but in a sense though, not for Nicole, but for people who shouldn't be teachers, like the bad. You understand, like these teachers are just people. Like, they're just people. Like, the grade that I learned, I could talk to a teacher respectfully, but also, like, not, like, scared. Like, oh, my God. Like, they're gonna, you know, like, they're gonna hack me. Like, I learned, honestly, too late, but I learned, like, sophomore year. Sophomore year, I learned. First year of high school, it was adapting. I don't know. Sophomore year, I was like, these fucking teachers curse. They're like I know these people. Like, so I'm not gonna, be scared, God forbid, if I miss a worksheet. Like, I know they're people. They're people.
It just depends on which one you get on the bad side of. Like some are more forgiving than others.
If I had a nasty teacher, like, Jack, if you have a teacher that has a reputation of yelling a lot or giving a lot of work, like you hear from past students, oh, you have him, oh, you have her, oh.
Well, dude, when I was going to college, I went every class I signed up for. I looked on Rate My Professor first. I always looked on there first. That website is a lifesaver. I'll tell you what.
Because it helps because I'm the type of, I was towards the end. I became the type of student that was like I know you get to tell me what to do, but now it's starting to cross the line. I get,
you can't control me forever.
Like, I understand. Like, this was actually said before. This kid, I think it was a teacher who I told you, where you would go home, you wouldn't even have all your homework that you would have to get done. You would go home, you would have to check a website when you get home, and a teacher would post the homework at like 4:35. So let's say you get home at fucking 2:33. You want to finish all your homework because you got to go somewhere at 6, right? You got to go out to dinner. This kid had to go to, I guess, some baseball game, his brother's baseball game, whatever. Or he had to go to a baseball game. The teacher goes and says, bring your homework to the baseball game. And then he goes, what are you talking about? She goes, that's what I had to do in doctorate school. I had to bring my homework to games. I had to bring my homework to family affair. Well, I'm not going to the Outback with a fucking workbook, miss. I'm good. I'm good. Some teachers, they expect you to fucking be machines. Like Jack, Jack, I tell you, if I get money and I'm fucking big in comedy and I have a chance to make a change in life, the education system. Put me in social justice reform. That's LeBron's thing. Put me in the education system. Put me in the education system so I can make fucking hot lunches be fucking, meatballs and fucking spaghetti. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make kids want to go to school. Because I was a kid that didn't want to go to school.
So you say you want to make kids want to go to school, but I feel like to a certain point, it's impossible to make kids want to.
I know, but at least make it enjoyable.
More bearable.
Yes, don't make kids have tally marks on why they don't want to go to school.
Yeah.
The pro and con chart has to be even.
I feel like it's also dependent on where you're born too. Like, what's the state with like the highest like school rating? Like, isn't there like a list? Best education by state.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, what comes up for you?
Best states for education. Number 1 is New Jersey.
Number 1 for you is New Jersey. This is a lie. It says Zambia. This is fucking Africa.
No, do by state.
I did do by state. It says Zambia. There's a class of like 4 kids in this. I feel so bad. There's a kid sharing an apple with 18 kids. I feel so bad.
Wait, Texas is so low. Oh my god. Wait, New York is way higher than Texas, actually.
States ranked by education.
Yeah, usnews.com.
Yeah, New Jersey is the top, which fucking doesn't make some sense.
But that's higher. That's in pre-K through 12, not college. College,
even that,
Florida's highest rated.
Almost everyone in fucking Jersey's a fucking jewel head, coke head, fucking.
Yeah.
What? Well, that's fun. Well, what are you gonna do? Jack, now let's get to the nice fun stuff.
Yeah.
I just wanted to keep this podcast short and simple because next week we have the big shebang finale. And
I've gone through about half of what I need to so far, and man, it's weird like seeing some of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna tackle it. What you call it tomorrow, but So I wanted to basically go down the list a little bit and like kind of hit some kind of key podcast that kind of have some cool behind the scenes stuff that maybe I can think of real fast or something. The first 3 that I'll get out of the way, but the podcast, right? So you'll see that in the beginning it's the Artificial Gaming Podcast, and there's Truth Be Told, in Near Die's Eyes, was episode 1. But since I had Near Die on the typical Artificial Gaming Podcast, and I kind of had that be the Is What It Is one, I kind of made the Truth Be Told one with Electric Shock, episode 2.
What is he up to these days, Electric Shock?
I got no clue. But now, which I was just gonna say, It's funny because now a little behind the scenes of this one now.
He still makes videos.
The truth be told. Nope. What's
going on, guys? Just got back home from school.
Oh my God, Jack! Whoa!
What?
Look at my face.
What's going on, guys?
Oh my God! Wow.
You don't look that different.
Let me see here.
I don't think you look that different.
I mean, I kind of show it. Like right now, I show I've been through more shit. Like that looks like a nice innocent turbo. Like that's an innocent turbo. Like I look back at January 21st, 2018. I don't know shit, son. I don't know shit. Like I am innocent. But yeah, I remember this being like, this is a second. That's actually my other room, by the way, which is weird. Like I remember Electric Shock being like this big guest or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I remember feeling like Electric Shock was like this big guest, which praise him. But like
Why did his channel get banned again? Like that's why y'all had him on.
Because I think YouTube was banning people that they thought were doing.
Oh, the
giveaways.
giveaway like wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Then the next one. So a cool little story behind the first of all, the podcast used to be Truth Be Told instead of Is What It Is. This is probably it's funny how this is the second quote unquote. I didn't put a number on this one because I knew this was weird and I knew this typically wasn't a podcast because it was only 27 minutes. It was more of an interview than a podcast. But at the time, this was fucking big for my channel, so I was like, well, I'm putting this up anyway as a podcast. So,
how did you get connected to him again?
I emailed his fucking manager.
Yeah.
I said, "Yo, can we do something?" And his manager said yes.
That's crazy.
It was one of those scenarios of just saying, it was one of those scenarios of just giving it a shot, doing it, and you wake up one day to an email, pretty much. So so if you see there, I'm pretty much just putting the phone up to the mic. That's how he's talking through it. I have no devices whatsoever to get his voice through. Thinking back now, like I thought that was impossible. How the fuck do I get his voice on my on the fucking computer on the the video? Now it's just simple. But yeah, I talked to Victor Potato. He's a comedian. Funny that back in the beginning of the podcast that I had a comedian on the show, and now going further, I'm probably wanting majority comedians on my channel going further, hopefully. So that's a fun loop around. But yeah, no, I remember like, this was probably one of the biggest moments honestly that happened to me in years. Like at this point in the channel, I don't think I was growing at all. I think I was probably growing like 100 subs every 3 months. I just started talking to Near Die. So yeah, no, this podcast / interview type of thing was very cool. Victor, the next day I went to his show, and I saw him, and he said, "Oh shit, it's you," and we were just talking and stuff. And,
yeah.
But yeah, no. Overall, that was a fun one. And then we have the one with Jack the Bus, the next one. And we're not going to go each episode, guys. Don't worry. But I just want to go down the line. So Jack the Bus, we had him on.
Well, for next week, there will be like pretty much a moment from at least every episode.
Yes. Can we have Jack?
Yeah. But streams are more. They shouldn't.
Wait. What did I say? What did I say?
Listen. Let's hear Jack's plans for his channel.
I would probably lose my mind, to be honest.
Many gray hairs, let me tell you.
Yeah. But streams are more. They shouldn't be the prime focus on your channel unless you're like Avery, for example. He streams, but like posts like highlight videos and stuff.
So Jack, do you still fall by that point? That stream?
I think that honestly still holds up, especially in terms of like how wishy-washy YouTube streaming is. Yeah, I agree with Past Jack. Past Jack is a prophet.
I love how, but now the way I'm speaking to you though is like stranger to stranger.
Yeah,
it's like I'm talking to you like I remember for a while. Like guys, it probably like if I'm looking like back here, it probably took all the way to like episode I want to say till we first started doing them live actually to like episode 22. And you may say it's a long time because think about it, 4 episodes a month, so 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. It probably took like honestly, Jack, 5 months for me to get used to you.
Yeah.
And to feel what you're okay with me, like how to fuck around with
See,
me.
I think it took not only till like 10 or 11. That's why in 11, I literally just built a chair during it. Like, I just didn't care.
Well, maybe that's because you knew I can carry a fucking show.
That's true too.
I look back though, and I'm like, I didn't know exactly what to like. Like, how do I fuck with Jack? Does he get offended by some of these things? Does he get? So I think it probably like when we started doing them live, was good. So honestly, so Jack, here's him as a guest on this fucking show. And then well, some of the fun stuff. This is probably the biggest guest wise in zombies that we had was Greg FPS on the show. Episode 5 with some World War II gameplay in the background. We had Vinny Boom Bots on episode 6. Sadly, that was the only time that we had Vinny Boom Bots as a guest on the show because he was not able to ever come on the show live because of his the way he has his set up at home. It would be hectic as fuck. But then we had Vinny on, and this is the podcast. So fun behind the scenes. A little talk about this podcast. If you go in the comments section of this podcast, you will see that Zombies World Championship commented on episode 6 of
Wait, oh my gosh, that's so long.
It is what it is. So, because this is why the comment's so long, and I know this is from Jose now. I didn't know Jose back then. Now I know this is Jose's fucking writing. Because
wait,
what? On a podcast, Jose definitely was like, I gotta make these people fucking know.
Oh yeah, wait, what happened with my trash? What was that whole thing?
So what happened was so this is so good behind the scenes about this podcast is. This was the first time I publicly, vocally talked about ZWC 2.
Yeah.
No, ZWC 1. Because ZWC 2, I believe, got announced because it says ZWC 2 talk. Conjure equals bye-bye, okay. So I'm assuming that ZWC 2 got announced, and there was some rumors going around about how could this one be if back then some stuff happened, and then the rumors on Zombros came that I think Reed never got paid.
That people weren't paid for it.
My trash, something was going on with him. Something, I'm not sure. Maybe it's another paying thing. And then we were talking all about it on the show, and also the technical stuff, how the technical side wasn't smooth at all in the first one.
Yeah.
And how pretty much, and this is honestly why I tell people this podcast has 122 views, okay? Mm-hmm. It has 20 likes. Do not care what level you are. Be yourself, say what you want to say, and make the content you want to make, because somebody's going to be watching, and I'm still working with ZWC and MC Sports and Jose to this day because of the stuff we talked about on episode 6, Jack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's
pretty crazy. I mean, how many subs do you have at this point too?
Oh, I want to say the channel from Artificial Gaming, I want to say this channel at this time was probably stuck at 2,100. And and it was probably stuck at 2,100 for about a year or like 7 months. But yeah, that's fun. A little behind the scenes. This episode was the first pretty much contact I made with Jose from ZBC2. Love the podcast, fellas. Really appreciate you taking the time to discuss ZBC2. We wanted to give you some info regarding some of your thoughts. Thank you for backing up my trash. This kid was awesome, super nice. Oh, people were saying bad stuff about him or whatever. We're so glad he ended up in second. It sucks how people treated him. We hope to see more like him in the next one. Plan A, B, and C, cheat sheets, etc. You're right. Need those to be on point. Unfortunately, we're on Plan G. Okay, that's technical. So pretty much,
Man's typed like an MLA formatted paper.
Yeah, Reed's payment definitely got paid. He didn't receive his money as soon as he would have due to him giving us the wrong address. Okay, so that's him on there. And Jack, at this point in time, I'm at no position to be talking like this.
Yeah,
Jack, that's why I'm fucked up in the head. I didn't give a fuck. At this point in time, I had the same feelings towards zombies and gaming like I do now with comedy.
Really?
Exactly that. Jack, I was tasting the beginning.
Yeah.
I was tasting the beginning. Okay, artificial gaming, we're in a rut. I'm starting to find myself as a creator. I'm starting to break out of my shell. People starting to watch, podcast near die, connections, guests. I taste it. Let's fucking go. Now I got on stage, comedy, mingling with comics, writing comedy album, not having fun with gaming. Let's fucking go with comedy. So it's such a similar position where I'm at now, this point in time, back in 2018. Then, Jack, we have guests like Zombro. We have guests like David of the State, Jack.
David of the State, baby.
Which is so sad that we don't have face cams for these early episodes.
Yeah, I know.
Upsetting.
Well, I mean, what's the first one we had him for? Was
22.
We had it for 13, right? Oh, that was 13 was the one where we couldn't be there.
13 was when we couldn't. 14 was when we couldn't be there. 13 was the one we couldn't be there, and then 16 was when we did the Black Ops 4 live reveal. So going to that one. So this one we couldn't do because let me see. April 14, 2018. What the fuck was I doing? April 14, 2018. What was I doing that I couldn't be there? April 14th.
I think weren't we all like busy?
Easter was. I think it was Easter soon. Easter was soon.
Yeah.
And I was going out with my dad to the Wax Museum in the city. So yeah, we couldn't be. I just looked back.
Oh, let me see me in that one.
Oh my god. Jack, I just look back. There's Jack. There's
Dude, my acne was still bad.
Jack the Buzz. I mean, 2018, you were 19. Now you're what?
Yeah.
Now you're 21.
I was still on Accutane, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Doesn't Accutane,
My hair still looks good, though.
Doesn't Accutane make you like a rage monster?
Rage monster?
Yeah, I remember Scump said when he was on Accutane, he was like fucking like, oh.
Accutane makes you depressed, like as hell.
Oh.
Yeah, Accutane dries out your skin so like insanely that you go through like 3 chapsticks a day, and like it can make you pretty depressed.
Oh fuck! Well,
but it is by far the most worth medicine I have ever been on. It was about 6 or 7 months. I had severe acne before it. It took about 6 or 7 months of taking it. It was painful when I went in because they scalp each individual like pore. But afterwards, I mean, my acne has never been that bad ever since.
Yeah, here's Near Die, the original co-host. There's Near Die. Then we had one big where we pretty much said to each other, we were like, listen, this is a big podcast. We don't want to just talk about this. We don't want to do it after. We want to do it live. So let's do a live podcast. And this was all thanks to Jack the Bus. This was Jack's footage. Jack streamed this.
Oh yeah.
Because at the time, Jack, I was still working. At this time, May 21st, 2018, I was still working with one laptop.
Dude, you can see my like Twitter feed.
And you had
like
878 followers
on Twitter.
May 21st, 2018. I would love to know how many followers I fucking had. I can't see. Hopefully you click on my fucking Twitter. But yeah, no, I can't. What you call it? I can't remember. What I can't remember is Near Die freezing and people thinking in the comment section that he was so shocked what was happening, but his fucking screen was really frozen.
Forget Azura tweeted, "Yo, I'm coming back" after the reveal of BO4.
Yeah, he didn't. But
he did not.
But yeah, this is when I was not able to fucking stream with nothing. I was not able to make videos besides my camera. I had one laptop, and that's what I was pretty much doing. What else? I don't think I consumed marijuana before in my life. Actually, did I? I think I did.
Don't know.
This was before my marijuana consumption. This was before I started smoking. This is when I had a clean head. This is when I was like, still amped up at Call of Duty and stuff. That was.
Dude, it's so sad. It's so sad seeing the timeline and seeing how excited everybody was for BO4 whenever we all saw the trailers.
And you tweeted out absolutely speechless for the Blood of the Dead thing. I just saw that.
Yeah, because it was mind blowing, and then everybody realized, oh, it's not that good. Yeah.
What was I trying to say here? Fuck. What the fuck was this Noah J thing on the? I was on the golf course all day. What's this Noah J thing?
He's leaving YouTube for a bit. He said like he's quitting for a bit. I think he'll be back in like 2 to 3 months, but he's taking a break.
Say he's not like gone. He's not leaving.
Well, he made a video called like The End, and it was like a big montage of his whole channel.
Once a month.
I think he's gonna like rebrand and stuff when he comes back, because he just hit like 5 million subscribers, but I think he just wants to. I mean, I saw him on Valorant like 2 hours ago. He's just chilling.
All the big zombie guys starting to fucking rebrand. All the big guys starting to rebrand.
Who else?
The Smith Plays is.
I don't think he's rebranding. He's just taking a break.
The Smith Plays is no more in zombies.
Well, no, but by rebrand, I mean Noah will come back on the same channel just with like a fresh look. I think Pat is taking
I
a
don't
long
know.
break.
I just see. I just feel a little weird that people are starting to change after I did. I just think people.
Shut up, Turbo.
I just think people are starting to hop
No
on
one
this.
saw the podcast was ending and his heart couldn't take
They're just
it.
starting to hop on this bandwagon, and I just can't accept this. I can't accept this. I mean, you saw Milo tweeted at the post the last time. Milo said he couldn't believe we were ending it because Milo
I did. I'm kind of sad we never got to have him on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought he'd be a good guest.
I think I asked him before, but he of course he was very busy when we wanted to have him on when Zombies was heavy. He was busy. I think if I look back at I don't want to look back at private DMs. God forbid there's something in there that I show on. I mean, like I can see it right now.
Just don't look on stream.
I'll show it on stream. Because I definitely asked him before.
I remember how hard he went on BO4. He like hired a personal editor for like every tutorial and everything.
Didn't Pat say that? Didn't Pat tell us?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, here we go. June 28th, 2019. Hey Milo, what's up? Short notice. Tomorrow.
That's my birthday, June 28th.
Podcast. Can we do it? Blah, blah, blah. Sorry, dude. Mad busy at the moment.
Huh.
Apologies. I couldn't get back to you sooner. Because he messaged the next day. But one of the things I did say to him was, hello Milo, what's going on? What you call it? The first ever DM to him was... Oh no, the first DM was from him. This is when I was like, this is when I was going to LA. So I was kind of like, what the fuck's going on here? Milo DMs me, hey, do you have a time for a 10-minute chat on Discord to talk about how you feel about going to ZWC2? And then we talked, and then I asked him for a short video message to send to Vinny Boombots. Remember?
That's right, for his birthday.
Yeah, for Countdown to Christmas.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah. Which seems like yesterday, but of course, 3 years ago now, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Imagine where we'll be in 2023 or 2024.
Yeah, no.
At this point.
Crazy fucking shit. Really crazy. But yeah, no, it's sad that we couldn't have Milo on, but Milo just missed the mark. He missed the zombies mark on this show.
I thought we had Pat on. We actually did have Pat on him, which was cool.
He said that's one of your favorite podcasts. How do you forget?
He said we were one of his favorites?
No, you said that was like one of your favorite podcasts.
Yeah. No, it was. That just felt like a really real conversation.
Then we had one. I just want to take the fun ones. Our first ever live one.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's like fucking no sound in the beginning. Say so myself. Look at you, Jack. Look at you in this fucking. Look at you in the fucking screen. Wait a minute. Look at Jack. Jack looks like he rolled out of bed.
I probably did. Honestly,
It is.
I mean, for a while, that was my sleeping schedule. Was like just get out of bed and like go like yeah.
You had a smoothie king.
Yeah, my mom I think probably bought it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely just rolled out of bed.
Yeah, you look fucking shot. You look like you rolled out.
It's weird to think that like at that point in time I wasn't doing like YouTube or anything full time. I was still going to school every day. Oh man.
I don't know how I look back on how I was still doing stuff with one laptop. Like I was doing everything with one laptop.
Dude, I made this overlay too. That was a clean overlay.
Yeah. I fucking like I was doing everything with a Lenovo.
Yeah, I remember because you were like, yeah, I can't I can't show this because like I don't know how to like switch scenes. I was like, why? You're like, because I only got one monitor. I'm on a laptop.
Like, yeah, Jack's thinking I got the fucking, there's Ned Dye's father always making an appearance in the show. What you call it? There's some episodes, some people.
Dude, Ray, what happened to RH?
What happened to RH? Fuck RH. He almost got me fucking.
You did have beef with him, didn't you?
He almost got my name fucking soiled. Fuck RH. Probably doesn't even do shit now. What you call? We had MC Sports Talk on after LA. This was probably the most people we had on before the main one. This was like fucking 5 people on screen.
I remember because Jose, like his dog or something, or maybe his girlfriend or someone was like kept like talking to him.
Yeah, she was talking to us from the kitchen.
Yeah.
She's like, "Yep." Our man Luna, man Luna, who what you call it, Jack ditched me on. So that was a fun one.
Yeah, I don't remember why.
There's some podcasts that I regret having some people on. What you call it? The Pack-a-Puncher one. Listen to me.
That's one of my favorites too.
While I was doing this podcast, I had 2 people in my room.
Did you really?
Yes, I did. I had Vinny and another friend in my room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I said, don't say shit. However, guys, at the time, October 6, 2018, at the time this was going on, Pack-a-Puncher was doing his volcano event. Pack-a-Puncher.
For Fortnite, yeah.
Pack-a-Puncher and Fortnite was, damn, oh my God, seeing this fucking chat and half the people in there, fucking,
Yeah.
where half them go. Fucking, what was I even saying? You have to understand, people, at this time, there was some...
He was a controversial person.
There was controversy going on with fucking Pack-a-Punch, okay? So, and I just met him in LA, like, we just talked, we just mingled and stuff, and I didn't think he would want to come on the show, and I remember texting him at the fucking bus stop going to school. I said, yo, Pack, pod? And he was like, okay, sure, no problem. Because he probably knew this is the part for me to get, off my chest. What?
Can I say... People pointed it out after. During this podcast, I look super mad, and I think it was just because I wanted to look serious. But like, if you just click all throughout it, I look like I'm like super pissed about him talking, throughout the entire thing. And I literally just wanted to look like I was taking everything he was saying super seriously.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Look at you.
No, I didn't know till after. But someone pointed out, I was like, oh my God, he probably thought I was like really angry with him or something. Guys, but I just wanted people to think I was like listening, like intently, like taking it really seriously.
Oh, here's a smile. Okay, I clicked every time and I got one smile.
Yeah. And I was like, really? And I went back and I looked, I'm like, oh my God, I look so mad.
Let's randomly hit 1, 2, 3, bop. Let's see. Let's see what's being talked about.
So I wasn't actually mad. I was just trying to be serious. Like I wanted to be taken seriously.
Let's see what we're talking about here. Transfer to with Fortnite, since they're in the same spot for like a long time, like they've been at 100k subs for a while, 200k subs for a while. Oh, let's not, because you know what I think's coming up here.
What?
Remember we were doing the Pack-a-Puncher podcast, and we're doing the Pack-a-Puncher podcast, and then Gregor PS comes in the chat and goes, yo, heard my name was being said in this podcast. Don't say my name. And I'm like, oh, Greg, listen, Greg, he said you. So I was like, I didn't fucking say shit. Because I think Pack was saying, like, yo, people getting mad at me that, like, are mad at me for doing what I'm doing, haven't grown a single, and then Greg's name got tossed up, and they're like, whoa, what's happening here? And then
it's so funny how long ago that feels. Just like it feels like those communities are so separate now.
Oh yeah.
I can't believe Pac just turned 21. Oh no! Why are you smiling?
I love Pac. If you watch Seth, does that?
Oh no! Don't say anything mean.
No! I would never. That was such a Jack. Did you see the picture of him and his father taking a shot? That is such a picture perfect, like white family.
Does it look like something I would do?
Oh, you and your father's definitely having this scenario happen. This scenery is definitely happening. That's what I'm trying to say. A typical white family, like, son, today we finally get to drink together for the first time.
You become a man.
You become a man. And they're sitting at the bar. Pac, I love you, but you're drinking fucking chocolate milk, and now I see you taking shots of Jack Daniels. So it's like, it's very cute. It's very nice. He gets to have a shot with his father, but at the same time, it's like I see those in like fucking white movies. Like fucking.
That's something I would do. Yeah.
Jimmy, get over here, Jimmy. Taking the shot glasses. When me and your grandpa had our first drink together. I was on the ranch. Now you got an iPhone in your hand. Times are changing, JR. Times.
Oh, JR.
And those are the type of conversations having. These goddamn aliens, and then just fucking those are the shots.
These aliens. Good times though.
You know what's also another thing, Jack? These old podcasts, big main behind the scene theme. that I'm seeing with these podcasts, and I'm just gonna click the main important ones now. The Lex one, like the
one I was making, like
this was the first. Okay, this was the first podcast, Jack. This was the first podcast that I said to myself, I am so nervous because we had Lex on. This is the first in my head. This was the first podcast that was going to get universal viewership. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this was the first podcast that I knew was going to have the community from both sides, us, Jack, Near, and me, and then Lex. Because everything before this, I mean, Greg, probably besides Greg and the other big guys, there wasn't really two communities coming together for the podcast. You know? And that's why I feel like when I made the decision to end this, and I made the statement of, at the end of the day, this podcast, at the end of the day, it does share a theme of zombies gamingness. It does, because the communities we cross-pollinated, the people who we met, you know, all came from the zombies community, and you know, it's just, I think that's the more.
Dude, I was so nervous for it too. I was terrified.
Yeah, I was nervous, and that's why I think this podcast grew, is because we really took advantage and we did a good job of having guests on, collaborating with both communities, not making them feel like, oh, we just have a viewer you watch on that. So we got the chat involved. You know, another thing we like to do, I know we did this one in this podcast because I know Vinny would have wanted it. Jack, another behind the scenes that we did this for the IIWII Podcast, used to have a segment on this show called Boombots Blitz.
Boombots Blitz, baby.
Oh my God. Just look at me. I know I don't look different, Jack, but when you're living in your own body and you look back, you see different stuff.
Wait, Turbo, is that where you did your Q&A?
Okay, same park, different baskets.
Oh, really?
Same park, different baseball.
I was about to say, yeah.
Same park, different baseball field. I was on the other side of the park, actually.
Oh, gotcha.
I told Vinny, when we were talking,
You're like, this is for Lex's podcast, dude.
No, I told Vinny back like a couple of, I think 2 months ago. I told him, I said, Vinny, looking back, like, I am so sorry. Like looking back, like, we really were just fucking, I really was just bullying you for content.
Yeah, but it was so funny.
Yeah. And that's why he did it too, because he knew the comedic relief that would come from it.
Yeah.
Like, this is the one I felt so bad for. It was freezing cold out, and we had to just fucking dump ice cubes on him. And if you guys understand the basis of this thing, listen real fast.
Yeah, a little colder. Now, this episode of Boombots Blitz is brought to you by Cryo Freeze Double Pack-a Punch. Now, as you can see, right now, ice is...
I literally got bags of ice.
Oh, God.
And I poured it on my fucking friend. And the main portion, the main thing about the segment, people, for about 3 months on this podcast, we had a segment in the beginning that made my friend Vinny talk on a rant while we just threw shit at him. While we just, like, it
was such a good segment, though. I love it so much. It was a
good segment, but we kept having to amp ourselves up every week, and that meant making Vinny go through dangerous more shit.
And his mom was, like, mad about it, too, wasn't she?
Yeah, his mom wasn't a fan, but, you know, Dawn, we love you.
The one I liked the most was the soda one. That's the one I'll never forget.
The soda was the best. You want to know why? Because that captivated the whole part of the series, of the segment. The segment was, he was trying to get out what he was trying to say, but he kept getting interrupted by marshmallows getting thrown at his face, soda, and the soda was the best one because that interrupted him the best because of
the soda was like, yeah, y'all drowned him in soda on that one.
Can I find that one? I don't know when we started.
Yeah, I don't know either. That'd be tough to find.
That couldn't be one. That was definitely not one. That was definitely not one. I mean, for some reason, this podcast always felt strong to me. It Is What It Is podcast we did with Chopper. The first one we did with Chopper, number 28. First one we did with Chopper, for some reason, it hits different for me. I remember ending this podcast feeling happy. I remember ending this podcast feeling a type of way.
Chopper's just such a chill guy, man.
Well, I love Chop. Chop is a great guy. Love Chop. Do we have Boombots Blitz here? No. So then it has to be the next one. We didn't have one for Pack-a-Puncher. All things Black Ops 4. Maybe did we start it for Black Ops 4? It was definitely a post Black Ops 4 release thing. Definitely post Black Ops 4. Just some guests I want to bring up. We having Mitch Games 247, Helios, Hagen. Oh, that's him. Chopper. Fantastical Gamer that Jack couldn't make, but I'm actually happy we got to have on Fantastical Gamer before he pretty much left the world. What you call it? Robin Tarantino, I'm happy we had you on back then. Apex Legends podcast talking about shit. Scorpiolo, Chillest Villain, all these people we had on back then, plus Johnny being the main man. This is a cool one we did. So in the summer, me and Jack wanted, I came up with the idea of like, I don't want, wait, was it your idea for the summer blockbuster or my idea?
I think it was yours.
The biggest zombies podcast ever was your idea. The summer blockbuster was mine. So basically, I told Jack, I said, for the summer blockbuster, this is like the first summer, the podcast is like a thing, it's a show. You were trying to get into Carnage. You were wearing a Carnage shirt. Look at that shit.
Yeah.
What you call it? Fucking. I told Jack, it's the summertime. Let's just go out in places that we usually mingle in the summer, record it, and that's it.
I remember I had Naomi freaking record mine.
Jack went to the spot where he was doing his diss track. And then I went to Coney Island and I got bamboozled. I got covered in Chinese, whatever it is, I'm so sorry, Asian fucking clothing, costumes. I almost got thrown out by a security guard. This type of content, I know I'm not showing on screen right now.
I love the differences in our locations and what happened to us.
Yeah. Jack kept it plain and simple. We like to relax in a library. I went to Drugville fucking Coney Island, ready to fucking start shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, this was a great thing because this type of content here is the content I want to keep making in the future. This is the type of content I'm making. Do you see me out in the world? I'm out with the people. I'm out with the people right now. Like, I am out with the people. Like, I am mingling with people. Like, I am causing fun. There's comedy. I am out. I'm not stuck behind the desk 24/7. I'm not limited to the stuff I'm doing. Everything you see is an idea for a scene in a vlog or a skit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not contained by stuff in my content now. So I'm very happy that the world opens up and I can start doing this stuff again. This is exactly the stuff I want to do, but the world, you'll never see this again. You'll never see fucking people like this get a hot dog again, coughing down each other's throat. Maybe next year. But yeah, no. This was a cool idea. Let's get to the fun part of this.
Did I swing on the swing? I don't even remember what I did in mine.
You made a nice intro, remember?
Oh yeah.
Why?
It's the first day of summer. You have to go record that thing for the podcast for Turbo.
I mean, your acting definitely improved. It definitely improved. Jack's acting definitely improved. Oh yeah, then he threw a fan. I show where you go bowling in GTA because this is exactly where you go bowling. This is where you drop off Michelle on the boardwalk right here. What you call it? I saw dancing in the middle of the fucking crowd. Look at this. Look, I saw dancing. I'm in the fucking crowd. I'm like, yo, listen, look at this. Look, I'm dancing. You gotta get in the crowd. Now I would sit there. Like, before I just danced and I walked away, now I would actually have the camera guy come in with me. Like, there was someone recording that did not know how to record, so, like, Jack, I'm telling you, the two things I asked for in life and my career that would make it so much easier, an artist that I got my man Zwanek for now, and fucking a cameraman, and hopefully Fat Matt, if we work together in the summer, hopefully he's the man, because... having your dad
makes quite the difference.
Yeah, having your dad or one of your friends just fucking like not know, hey, I can stop for a second and get this shot so I don't have to fucking be.
You kind of need an eye for like, I think you have to make videos for a bit to kind of have an eye for like what you're supposed to watch for.
And that's why Fat Matt definitely would be the guy. Fat Matt is Fat Matt's going to school for production, and he's definitely he goes to school for this stuff. So I said, yo, Matt, be my guy, please. I'll pay him.
I love your dramatic like lookout on the Ferris wheel though.
Oh yeah, because I was showing them where I did this, and this Vinny too. Vinny was going through some girl shit. Like he's not into that. I expected Vinny to be active in this video, but no, he was too busy.
He did like nothing.
He did nothing. He was too busy in his fucking phone. Texting fucking puss. But you know, we gotta love him. We gotta love him.
Times. That was a good one though.
This is when the guy put all the shit on me. Look at 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 me. I don't know what that is. Like, why is he a monkey? Like, what is that like? What's that in the culture? You know, I definitely got lice from that. Like, there was definitely lice.
Yeah, actually, though, you're putting on just like some random hat.
Yeah.
Why put it on like a million other people that day?
Imagine COVID then. Imagine knowing COVID then, and I'm fucking touching people's head scalps. Imagine that.
It is weird seeing so many people like around each other. It's very bizarre.
And believe it or not, even though I've been out before filming, this was the first big thing I did in public. Like, yeah, I filmed out before, but I was filming, vlogs where the camera was towards me. You know, like I was walking down the block and I just kept walking. I wasn't recording where people can actually have enough time to come up to me and be, yo, are you okay? Like this was the first main thing I actually did in life for comedy. That that I did out there. And look how I take out my wallet looking to give him a tip. There's no tip job. I'm a real guy. And look how I'm looking at him.
That's why those people in New York do that, is for money. I mean, they try and like
get you someone that looks at this guy like I do. Look at him. Look at me. Get you someone that looks in the eyes of a monkey like I do. Come on. And Jack, do you see behind me in Coney Island, they have sprinklers on the beach?
That's kind of cool.
It's very cool, but it's fucking the sand and shit. The fucking sand is gonna go fucking.
Oh, true.
You know what I'm saying? What are the cool ones? We cannot, we cannot pass the biggest zombies podcast ever, which probably has the most behind the scenes stuff.
My baby.
Yeah,
truly.
Look at this fucking screen.
Is this the most viewed podcast?
9 people. No, the most viewed podcast has, I think, 30,000 views, and that's the Spudley one.
Really? Oh, Spudley fans are mad
Spudley
then.
Fans love that one. So like you can see right there, this is the most nerve-wracking I've ever been ever.
That one was definitely the one I was most terrified about, for sure.
This was a podcast where you cannot see it now, but I am high on this podcast. I smoked before this podcast. That's what I was gonna say before that though, Jack. The Lex one was the first one that I was nervous for, and I said, "What do I do?" Because I was gonna panic. And I said, "Oh my god, do I take a little hit before I go?" I'm like, I don't know. And I remember before the Lex one, I was so nervous. I took a small hit of my pen I had, my weed pen I had at the time, and I was chilled out. This time around, a whole year passed and shit. Like I think a year and a half passed. I have plus Johnny on the screen. Jack, you're on the screen. Tim Hansen, Lex, which, you know how you have the thing with your mom about the fucking foot thing, you hold a grudge? I don't know, Lex was streaming this as we were streaming it. I don't know why Lex was. I still hold the grudge with that. Why the fuck couldn't you have your face cam on this motherfucker?
Because he was streaming, so he was using his cam for his stream.
Because he was streaming. Hey, Lex, stream after!
Yeah, I remember that.
So that was that. We had Greg.
But it was like really awkward because he basically was like, "Yeah, I'm streaming right now," and we couldn't be like, "Okay, can you stop?" We were just like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Yes, I can't have cam."
No, now
like unless there's something else. I was like, we were just like, no.
You see how another thing? I didn't just change from content. I changed from personality. I would this time around. I don't give a fuck. Stop.
Yeah.
Relax. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Lex.
Yeah.
After. Come on.
Well, that's because to us at that moment in time, he was like a different being, you know?
To me at the time, all zombie YouTubers were fucking who I thought they were. Now I know they're nothing. MC Sport Talk, Reed, and then Johnny J. So yeah, this is before Tim was a daddy also. This is before
Yeah.
Tim. This is when Tim, I believe, inseminated the egg, because if you do the math, September, October, December, yeah. So this is when I think this is when Tim bust. So yeah. But yeah.
Why?
But yeah. Before this podcast, I was like, what? All right, let's go. Because before the show, I was like this.
I was terrified.
I was like this. I was having a panic attack. I was like, oh my God. Because Jack, my main goal was to be the narrator, to be the person navigating the show.
Mhm.
And 2, I wanted everyone to say something. I wanted everyone to have an
And it went really well too.
It went good. If you talk about a podcast that you planned, did, and felt afterwards, I think we executed that podcast perfectly.
I think so too. Yeah.
I think this podcast right here, where we had on 9 people at fucking once, and we were talking about zombies.
There wasn't a single time when someone felt interrupted or something.
No, and I'm very happy about that. Like, you see a lot. I think I honestly, I swear to God, even still to this day, I'm very happy that I'm gonna be seeing Reed in Vegas, because Reed is going to Vegas. Never met Reed before. And I always say this. I always mean this too. People think I'm lying. I don't know why. Reed forever will be my favorite zombie YouTuber that ever made zombies content. Forever will be. Because I saw what he was doing. I saw he actually gave a fuck. He actually gave people chances. He was for the little guy. He was passionate about it, and you know what? Just something for me that Reed is and honestly it may be biased, because I kind of did get my startup of feeling acknowledged from Reed all the way back to him reading out my tweets during E4Cs, and him even liking my tweets and retweeting my tweets for the first time. So Reed, I'm so happy that you're happy what you're doing in life right now, and I'm so happy I'm gonna be seeing you in Vegas so we can finally meet up and talk. Jack has a drag race going outside his house right now.
Yeah, dude, it's so obnoxious. I'm sorry.
No, it's great. But yes, this was a cool one, and I think, to be honest, every single one after this was, I think, just uphill. We had guests on, like Apollo, the leader of Carnage Clan.
Yeah, because then that's around the time I got into Carnage.
Yeah, and then we had on Tim Hansen for the first time, plus Johnny. We had Tim Hansen. We had on Carnage Duckaja. Now he's just Duckaja.
Duck on, yeah.
YOE, which, by the way, if you want like a wardrobe picked out for you for a photo shoot, I'm asking Duck next time.
Oh, Duck's hot, dude.
Oh my
yeah.
God, Duck is fucking hot.
Yeah, I know. I know he's got style.
Why is he hot?
Yeah, I've always been jealous of Duck's entire aesthetic. Like he has a vision, you know.
He has a girlfriend, right?
Yeah, they just started dating.
Threats. But yeah, no, I'm what you call it? I'm very happy with the podcast we delivered after this. The last podcast before COVID, 92 with Zwanek, where I talked about the Impractical Jokers movie, the last movie I saw in movie theaters.
Was 92 the one right before COVID?
That's so fucking upset. I want to throw something at a. Oh, the last time I was in a movie theater was over a year ago. Go fuck yourself.
Cover your mouth and nose holes, episode 93. When was this? January, February. It was in March. The start of COVID was episode 93. Can you believe this many episodes later, the world is still pretty much locked down in a sort of way?
I want to see something here, because
my gosh.
I want to see something here, because I'm not gonna lie to you, and this is a cool behind the scenes thing I'll talk about. I was never stoned on a podcast. I was never like on a podcast ever. You can see it. However, there was a lot of shows where, like, when I started to learn how to, like cope my fucking highness and not show it. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, there was a couple of podcasts where if I had a rough night last night, or I was already stressed in the morning and the show was coming on, I didn't give a fuck. Like, there was points in time where, like, I just smoked on the podcast, and I'm not gonna lie to you, there was times where it became a little bit of a habit. It became a little bit of like I had to smoke.
I think you talked about it though.
Yeah, it became a point in time where I remember Vinny even telling me after the Lex podcast we did, after the Lex one we did for the first time, he went to Dave and Buster's for my friend's birthday, and I remember telling Vinny was like, "How's the podcast going?" and stuff. He goes, "That was a great one with Lex. Congratulations." I'm like, "Oh, thank you, man." And I was like, "I'm not gonna lie to you. I was pretty high the first fucking 10 minutes, first 10, 15 of that show. I was mad nervous." And he was like, oh shit, you're smoking before the podcast? He goes, you can do that? I'm like, yeah, I'm starting, my tolerance is starting to build up. You know, I'm starting to get a little tolerance. And he goes, don't get, you get dependent on it. He goes, don't get dependent on it. I'm like, no, I'm not. And then like 5 episodes go by. And every episode before then, I would just take one hit before, take 2 hits. And I would notice it. There would be times where I would just pick up because that's when I had a vape pen. And if you guys are smokers out there, you know, it's very convenient to have a vape pen. It's, you know, no smell, no nothing. Hit one, that's it. Put in your drawer, you're fine. You know? So it was very
They're more
convenient.
effective too, aren't they? Like in terms of like they're more.
There's a lot of there's a lot of fakes out there. If you get a real one, like a real THC vape cartridge, you'll really be off your ass. But it depends how much the percentage THC is. Jack, we'll talk more. I have a podcast coming out soon about this. We'll talk more. But I remember before shows, I would get a little high, and I swear to God, I mean, in the beginning, I was like, yeah, I feel like Joe Rogan right now. Like, this is what Joe Rogan.
Okay, dude.
Because I would be like, this is what Joe. And that, I swear to God, I blame a little bit of Joey Diaz and Joe Rogan for making me as much of a weed head that I am. Because in the beginning, I thought what they said, every person who smoked weed had to do, had to feel. So I'm a jackass thinking when Joey Diaz is saying, dog, if you ain't fucking high by 8 a.m., what the fuck you doing? I'm like, what am I doing? Well, that is right. What am I doing?
Oh my God. Jack, I think you picked the wrong role model.
Jack, so I would probably say, I don't know, probably till last summer I figured that out. I was like, I gotta find my own rhythm in this. I gotta find my own, you know. I had too much fun with this substance, and hey, I feel like if you want to put, that's why I brought this up, not the intro. If you want to put a podcast number on it, I started smoking with my friends back in 2018, the summer of 2018. I didn't stop, Jack, and I mean not stop. Like I mean like every week. Like I didn't stop smoking. I want to say up until what's this one? March 21st. Let me see this one because I can see myself in the podcast if I'm high or not. I can see it. I can picture it. This one I'm definitely not.
I don't think you even told me.
Jack, I wouldn't want to tell you, hey, I'm high right now. That changed the whole vibe of the show.
Yeah, then I would have. Yeah, I probably would have interacted with you differently. That's true.
Exactly. I may be for this one. I mean, sometimes I actually didn't smoke though. I'm not saying I smoked every fucking time, but
I liked the Zwinnick one. That was a good one.
I forgot the date. It was in March though.
So when am I supposed to get my third arm from this shot?
Did you get your album?
Huh?
Did you get your album?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you I got it.
You got me. You're making me think you didn't get anything wrong with it.
It's like right here.
It's definitely cracked, is it?
No.
Thank God. Okay.
I totally forgot to tell you. Yeah.
What did I write in it?
Do you actually want me to read it?
If you want, if you want to keep it.
It's kind of sexual.
If you want to keep.
You went into detail about
if you want to keep it sentimental.
To Jack the Bus, my brother, thanks for always supporting me and dealing with me and my craziness. Smile. Very cute.
There you go.
Very cute.
Did you read what I said in Naomi's?
Yes.
I said to Naomi, I give you all the patience in the world for dealing with Jack the Bus.
Actually, it is a little cracked.
Jake, you see what I said? You know what? I'm not doing USPS no more. I'm not doing it. I'm going to like UPS something. UPS,
it was pretty well packaged too.
And I wrote Fragile on it.
Yeah, you had like the bubble ones.
I wrote Fragile. I wrote Fragile.
Yeah. Did you have to ship any internationally?
Yeah, I got a couple international orders.
Dude. International shipping is insane. Like I did those 10 signed headband giveaway for 100K. People living in like Europe, it was like $25 for each one. I was like, oh my God.
And I feel bad charging it. I'm not gonna charge you. I'll take the hit, which I'm used to by now. Like honestly, the whole first album, monetarily wise, like I took a huge.
Yeah.
My family, my father, my sister particularly, because they're all money motherfuckers. Like they don't give a fuck about progression and fan base. They don't like everything is like money. They don't understand. So it's like.
You gotta invest in yourself.
Yeah, they don't. So they're like, "How much you make?" I'm like, "Ah, no." And I said the number, and they're like, "That's it." I'm like, "I was supposed to make this." I'm like, "Why didn't you make that?" I'm like, "Because I took a hit on this." They're like, "Why did you take a hit?" Because I'm not gonna charge fucking someone lives in UK the album to be $100. Like I'm not doing that. Like I'm not.
You gotta take a hit for like your fan base
I
to
tell
have.
people all the time, you're writing your story here. Like people always tell me, but the zombie. I'm like, I could tell people I've done zombies in the beginning to get the like. You have to honestly live and make your decisions and work. Like one, you have a documentary crew watching you at all times, and two, you need to know like you're writing your own book. You're writing your own book in life. Like, do you want to end your book when you die? Do you want the end to be 3 pages?
He had a couple extra thousand in his bank account.
Do you want to be 3 pages long and every Saturday he went golfing? That's the only day he had off because he was an accountant for fucking John Jay. Like you want fucking craziness in your book. So like,
So you want what you want in your book. You want what your story to be.
yeah, so like people thinking like for example, like I never ever, which is sad, but I can't never ever talk monetarily wise anything with my father, my mother, my sister, because they're all money hungry motherfuckers, and that's all they care about. And you know what's funny? The reason why I gave my uncle a lot of the merch stuff, because he's the first one who ever appreciated the things I was going for in life. Like, he's the first person in my family that got it. I'm not sure if there was a person like that in your family that got it. Like, for your mom and dad, my mom and dad, of course, they fully support me, but like maybe for you, they maybe weren't fully aware of what exactly you were doing, you know, like what's a stream? What are you doing exactly?
They
what are you
still
doing?
like they still learn new stuff about it every day. Like
Yeah.
they just still don't fully understand it, but they still support me. Yeah.
They sometimes confuse what I'm doing as like a Fortune 5 company over here. Like they think I got fucking they think I got like what is it called? I was just watching Wolf of Wall Street, so I'm trying to give all the big words here. Like they think I got back end reports. They think I got like W2s. I got like W5, 6s, 7s, a lot of W forms. Like they think I got all these things. I'm like, I'm working on a fucking a tank top little design for the summer right now. That's what I'm working on. I don't know files. So like my family, they think I'm running a Fortune 5 company.
You have to like give them the benefit of the doubt though, because they probably like had to focus on that a lot. Like as they grew up, like focus on just like saving and like making sure you're not taking a hit like where you're not supposed to.
Yeah, man. What you call it? Yeah, so pretty much next week, guys, you'll be seeing a lot of you'll be seeing pretty much one big
It'll be a long, yeah.
Yes, one big month. It'll be live like this. We'll be still talking, but because there will be an intro and an outro. So guys, next week there'll be a big montage. I wanted to finish up what I was saying though beforehand though, because it was a point I wanted to make, just progression in my life. So it was the beginning of the quarantine. So it was probably the episode with Zwennick or the episode after that. So it was probably like March 20 something. It was probably like March 21st for some reason. It keeps coming in my head. There was a day where when I started smoking, from when I first literally the first hit that I ever took in my life, from that episode, I didn't take a break. Like the longest break I probably took in and out was probably a week max. Mm-hmm. But that's it, you know? Like I wasn't respecting the drug like you're supposed to. So, I remember from that on, I said I'm not gonna smoke. And if you remember, from March all the way to May, I didn't smoke. And when I started smoking again, that's when I passed out, and that's when I fucking I banged up my
the katana incident.
No, that was the first one. The first time I passed out.
Oh yeah, from just water in general, right?
Being dehydrated, because I was in my room that was in the middle of summer. The air conditioner was on, but I didn't turn it on. I was under blankets. I was so high that if you're one of my 420 people, then you know. Even if you're not, if you're in your bed so comfortable and the remote's over there, and I'm not fucking moving, I'm so comfortable right now. That's exactly the position I was in. However, as I'm saying that to myself, I'm like, yo, my mouth's dry. I'm fucking sweating.
My soul is leaving my body.
I'm sweating bullets. Like, I'm like, but I'm so comfortable, and what I'm watching, I guess, was so intriguing.
You're so dumb.
And Jack, I love to have a good time. I love to go crazy. I can't stop. So I know I have a tolerance at like 0. So I know if I take one hit, I'm gonna be zooted. So I took like monster hits, like monster fucking hits, and I was cheap. And then I was laying in bed, and I remember for like hours, like just fucking, my whole body was buzzing, like my whole body was like vibrating. And I remember I get up to get a drink, and then when I get up, I just know stuff's wrong. Like I'm just like, oh, I don't know, like something's fucking wrong. And then I take a sip, I'm like, it got worse, and I put water on my face, and I'm like,
Oh, the trash can. Bonk.
Yes. And then
Good times. Good times.
Then I fall back first. Honestly, thank God, Jack. I still thank God to this day. I could have cracked my head on so many things in that bathroom.
You could have died. You could have literally died. Just boom, neck snap, boom, anything.
You hit Roman Atwood's mom died from a little skateboard accident. She hit her.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
she hit her
that.
head the wrong way. Isn't that fucking sad though? Like
Life is fleeting.
you hit your head the wrong way, you're dead.
Boom.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of stuff can happen, internal bleeding, and that's the brain. So I guess once blood hits the brain, I guess it's like fucking it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm no PhD Dr. but you know.
I get quite lucky hitting that trash can. As funny as that photograph is.
Oh no, I mean, the last time I passed out, it was from a lot of blood, and right before, it was like a double whammy. I was stressed. I was like, you know me when I'm at my turbo moments or I'm about to fucking snap out. I was at one of those moments, and it was at one of those. The reason why I took the katana is because I was showing my friend, watch what I'll fucking do to these people. And then I put it down, and that's what happens. So my fucking adrenaline shit's already fucking boom, 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 boom. My heart's already boom, boom, boom. Then I fucking sliced my fucking pinky. It's dripping blood. Then I got my mom yelling at me for ruining a fucking towel. So, you know, I got so many things coming at me, and then I pass out. It's so weird, though, Jack. I swear,
Good times.
I thought I was just going to vomit. I thought I was just going to throw up in the sink, because that's how I felt. It's like, dude, I told my mom, like, Mom, back up. Like, I'm going to throw up in the sink. But then it was lights out.
And you died.
Then it was lights out. Shut the fuck up with these death fucking shits. Maybe you die.
I would have been terrified if I were your mom, though. My God.
She said it was
She probably
scary.
thought you did.
She said the first time was scary. Like the second time she caught me, the second time she was there.
The first time she hadn't known how long you had been asleep.
Oh my God, the first.
That's the thing, yeah.
If I had a kid, Jack, and I saw my son or daughter like that, I mean, because you're automatically thinking drug overdose.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, even though mine kind of was, but it wasn't. Like, it was weed, so
Not
it really
yeah.
wasn't.
I mean, the doctor said it was dehydration.
I greened out. I greened out. I literally greened out.
Sure. Is that a term?
Yeah, like blackout.
Really?
Yeah, when you black out when you're drinking, greened out when you're smoking.
Huh.
But I never done that before, so I guess that's the first time I greened out.
First time for everything.
Yeah, no, but that's it. I'm so eager to smoke on the golf courses now, but I'm like, because in New York it's legal, so it's like
Golf courses might still prohibit it, though.
So I just don't want to get looked at like from fucking snobby fucking guys there with their cigars though, with their fucking cigar. Oh, is he smoking the reefers?
The reefers?
That's why I put in the album. In the album, that's exactly how I picture the people fucking talking. Like if I'm at a park, look at him, he's smoking the reefers. Look at him, he's smoking the marijuana cigarettes. Fucking Tom Segura, he made a joke, right? He goes, my father was in the military, so he was in Vietnam. He goes, my father, straight military guy, strict, making sure we get our homework done, bed's made. And one day we're eating dinner and I asked him, I'm like, Dad, you ever try marijuana? He goes, son, let me tell you a story. I went to a party once and one of my friends pulled out a marijuana cigarette and we all got up and left because we were so embarrassed for him. And then Tom in this joke goes, he goes, all right, Dad, you loser. I thought he was going to find, all right, you loser. What the fuck? I thought you were going to say, yeah, but you didn't like it. At least say that. Don't say we got up and left because we want to be in the same room with a marijuana cigarette. Do you see some of the propaganda, though, from back in the day? It's a guy naked on a bed with a woman blowing like a trombone in his ass. And it says, the caption says, don't do the reefer or something.
It's supposed to be eye-catching, but it doesn't even make sense.
No, it's supposed to be like, kids, look what will happen if you smoke. And it's like, look what will happen if you smoke. They're smoking, right? They're smoking. They're in an alleyway. They're like, oh, and then like a beer bottle breaks. And, you know, a normal person, if a beer bottle breaks, I'm not going to drink that because there may be fucking glass in the fucking beer. The kid goes and fucking drinks the beer and he dies because of fucking... And in the video, they're having him like...
That's like the 1,000 ways to die. Like, it's like very uncommon way to die, but it can happen.
Like I do for the Pizza Hut stuff. I may do that for like the weed old propaganda, old weed videos.
You should. That's a good idea.
Because literally there's videos out there that are like, even for sex, like... Well, if you have sex for marriage, be prepared to die. And it's like, what?
Yeah. You can make a ton. There's probably a lot of those out there.
That's how I feel like your dad and your mom probably grew up. They almost, if I had a conversation, which we never had a parent fucking podcast.
That would have been too chaotic for this planet.
First of all, me and you are meeting up anyway. Me and you are definitely going to record something anyway in the future. Well, I mean, we're definitely doing a fucking... I'm definitely doing something with your father. I'm not getting as a no for an answer. Like, that's happening. So, like, I'm definitely making content with your father. We're going out, we're shooting people. Like, we're doing stuff. Like, we really are doing stuff. Maybe he can't. There's a lot of stuff going on with cops right now. So, you know, we can do it. We can have a nice little...
I think he'd be more than happy to.
A joyride? Yo, Pop, like, put the siren on and then fucking... Yo,
You don't just joyride.
like if I joyride your dad. Yo, let me talk to the mic.
You do like a ride along.
Yeah, I'll do a ride along. What if I go, can I make your dad make me feel like I'm a prisoner? Like, yo, dad, arrest me. I'll call your dad. By the way, I'm going to call your dad, because I'm so close to him. Like, yo, dad, arrest me. I want to see how I feel. I want to see how I feel.
I mean, did y'all ever do like tours of like jails and stuff as kids?
We did a lot at fire departments, not at police.
We did it for fire departments too, but we did one of the jail too, and like you could pretend to get arrested. It was kind of cool. It was like, oh man, they gotta like stay in here. That sucks.
If I was a teen. See, now you just say that and a skit just pops in my head.
Of what?
What if a skit of me as the cop, like, and then you're the teacher, and then you have like a group of 30 kids just like watching the rape.
And you're saying like vile stuff.
Listen. So I'm just like, how you doing, kids? Today we're gonna demonstrate how you would get arrested if you were to be a criminal. Now, who wants to put the necklace, the armbands on?
And get on the ground!
And then little Timmy goes, "Hi, Timmy." Sweep his legs. Get the fuck down! Get the fuck down now! See, now we're restracting him. Now we're taking him. You see this, Emily? We see this. Now we're taking his other. No, are you restraining? You're restraining arrest. And then Timmy's like there, I want to go home.
I don't want to be the prisoner anymore.
Fucking. All right, who's next? Everyone's crying.
That would be a good skit, yeah.
Fucking. All right, let's show you how we arrest someone. Now, if you can look slowly, boom, bam, like get down now. Head against the car. Head against the car.
With like little Timmy in like the jail cell, he's like, then the teacher's like, okay, Timmy, it's time to come out. It's like, no, he committed to this. He's staying in overnight.
I can make a second character like a fucking a stupid all-worded fucking cop where he's just standing there like, I would tase him, Sarge, and then like fucking, like he's like, it's a little fucking kid. Tase him. You know what I would do, honestly? Like, you ever been in a scenario where, I mean, I don't know how crazy you and Naomi get out in public, but like, if you're at a bar at Naomi, right, and Naomi pushes some other guy, right, but the guy thinks it's you, and now, like, you have to fight Naomi's fucking battle because you're the boyfriend, so, what would you do in that scenario? Would you fight and defend her honor? Because I'm going to tell you what I would do.
I feel like it depends on how big the dude is.
If it's you. If it's a nice
I think I could hold my own.
Okay, now this is the same thing with cops. If like she's in the driver's seat and I'm in the passenger and she's giving the cop problems, same thing with anything. Now if it was a cop, like, and she was giving the cop problems and I was there, like, I'm trying to help my wife, but she's the one getting arrested. Honestly, taser, take it down. Take it down. I think you take it down. I think you have to take it down. I think you have to take it down, officer. She's not having. You have to take it down. I don't know. Tackle her, taser, something. Do something to her.
I'll do anything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would do to my wife. And if it's a fight though, I'd be like, hit her, boss. Do what you gotta do, boss. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, boss. Do what you gotta do, boss. Go. If she pushes you. How dare her? Go. I'm not fighting other people's battles. My mom.
I better see a skit of that in the future.
My mom and dad have a story. Maybe I'll make them tell them on another fucking day. But there's a story where my mom and dad, they were in a bar, whatever, growing up. My mom got into a fight. My dad had to fucking, end up fighting the guy. They end up going on the floor. My mom's kicking someone.
Oh my God.
My mom's really kicking my father. She thinks she's kicking the other fucking guy. She's kicking.
Oh,
and my father's on
no.
the floor fighting. My father's like, "Who's fucking kicking me?" And my mom's like, "Oh shit, sorry."
Your mom's just like giving it her all. Oh my God.
Then I think one of his friends bit another person's ear off. I think actually, yeah.
Mike Tyson?
Yeah, I think Mike Tyson's there.
Oh my God.
Oh boy, Jack. We got one more of these.
One more. Uno Mas podcast. I don't know podcast in Spanish.
Oh boy, we have one more of these guys. I would. It's crazy. It's crazy because I know it has to happen. I know it's happening for the better. But it's just so sad because I would never, ever, ever think that I would say what I'm about to say. That guys, next week's It Is What It Is podcast will be the last It Is What It Is podcast. So instead of it every single week, to next Saturday for the final time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the It Is What It Is podcast will come to an end. The lights will be shut in your houses. The moon will rotate 360
We will
degrees.
personally turn off all of your lights.
Do you remember that? Nickelodeon's shut off all electricity shit? Nickelodeon's 1 minute.
I remember the Worldwide Day of Play.
There was Worldwide Day of Play, and there was Worldwide Energy Savings or whatever.
I don't
where
remember that.
You unplugged and turned off everything in your
That's
house
dumb.
for 60 seconds, and apparently would save the world, I guess, a bunch of energy that it would be used for years on. I'm still looking for that energy we saved. So,
I remember the Worldwide Day of Play. I would just watch Cartoon Network.
Though, yeah, the Day of Play. But then they put cartoons back on, though, at fucking 5.
It was for 3 hours that Nickelodeon was it was just a planet on the screen, and I would just watch Cartoon Network.
You bunch of fat fucks, get the fuck out of. How about jog? Jog, you fucks. We can't be. We have no more ideas for cartoons. Go fucking join a gym. Go play baseball. Dan Schneider is out. We're fucking done with ideas. Get the fuck out of there. That's when Nickelodeon started doing it. When Nickelodeon had no ideas, they start slowly just start telling you, get the fuck out. We ain't putting
Hey, we got nothing to air. That block.
Fuck you. We don't give a fuck.
Go outside.
Go out. Play. Do what you gotta do. But yeah, guys. So next week, we will be live like this. So next week, It Is What It Is podcast. But there will be a big montage in the middle of it. So guys, we love you. Next Saturday, for the last podcast. I cannot believe it. Yeah, I just can't believe it. I really just can't.
That's pretty much it.
I really can't believe it. I'll save a lot that I know I have to still say for next week. But yeah, Jack. This is also weird because I'm fucking dead. It's 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock.
I looked outside. I was like, whoa, it's kind of dark out.
I'm usually used to ending these and going to get lunch or something and just fucking.
Starting my day.
Now I'm looking to eat my Burger King and go to fuck to bed. This is very weird.
It is odd.
Jack, I love you. I'll talk to you. Guys, I love you. Peace be with you. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, peace be with you. Guys,
see you next
I love
week.
you so much. See you next week. Now, I have an outro screen. I don't know what the fuck happened to it. Is this one? I think it's this one. Guys, love you so much. Deuces.